And welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We just had some beautiful matchups, some TVPs, some TVZs, but now we are here with our first mirror matchup of the night. I'm here with Asher with a TVT.
All right, and it's going to be a very interesting TVT, bit of a clash of styles. HeRoMaRinE more the traditional passive defensive TVT, and ByuN just absolute chaos.
Oh yeah, that's what I want. That's what we all want. But is that what this player wants? And spawning in the top left-hand corner of the grass farm, we have the German Terran player representing Team Mouse. It is HeRoMaRinE.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is a Korean Terran in the blue for Shopify Rebellion. This is ByuN.
Oh boy, here we go, and yeah, already we do have some interesting openers upon us here. Okay, interesting. And you, mate, you watch TvT, you watch HeRoMaRinE more than I do. What are his? Does he have like any kind of tendencies here in this matchup? Does he have anything that he's a little bit more fond of?
He usually plays pretty safe and standard. I would say he's one of the more standard players in TVT. He does, mix up the openings just because I think everyone does, but I'm expecting to see just double gas Reaper Hellion most games from him. Meanwhile, ByuN, he does mix things up quite a lot, and he's going for a gas first fast expand here, so this is usually going to be for a Hellion Raven opener.
Okay, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for that. As you mentioned, a little bit more of an economic opener here out of ByuN. I'm not too sure how common that is over with the European Terrans. As you mentioned, we do see a much more standard, safe opener here from HeRoMaRinE as he's going for his SCV scattered across the map, getting a read on what ByuN is up to.
Yeah, ByuN going to be hiding that he has gone for that fast expand, but now HeRoMaRinE gets the full scout, so he's going to be able to see what's going on here and maybe be a little bit annoying on the low ground here as well. He might want to hide that SCV and then come back with the SCV and the Reaper and try to get a snipe on ByuN's Reaper.
Oh, we'll see if he can pull that off. Again, the SCV can do a great job of just tanking some of those initial shots and allowing you to get a better trade in the end. As he's getting into additional Reaper production, that factory is on the way, and he's making his way across the map to maybe, hopefully, delay the CC here of ByuN.
Yeah, there we go. But ByuN is in position. He is going to get the first shot. Is HeRoMaRinE paying attention? He is, so he will be able to get his Reaper out of there.
He does manage to pull back just in time, doesn't lose too much of anything, only some HP, and ByuN is going to be able to get his CC up and running. Likewise, HeRoMaRinE also going to be expanding on location as well behind this.
Yeah, HeRoMaRinE, of course, a little bit delayed. Had to go for a later CC because he did open with the double gas here. But behind this, it looks like he is going to be going for potentially a tank drop here to try to punish the fast CC.
Oh, yeah, exactly, as we do have that Starport on the way. Meanwhile, the first two Reapers of HeRoMaRinE are arriving. They're going to be chasing down ByuN, but ByuN, he does pull back in time. He's trying to buy time for his Hellions. Oh.
Yeah, HeRoMaRinE going to run in there. Does get the snipe on the SCV, but oh, that misclick is going to hurt him badly. He loses both Reapers, and that is so punishing. You really need every unit when you're trying to punish a fast expand like this.
Yeah, exactly. And instead, HeRoMaRinE is going to be a little bit punished instead as he's being forced back. He relinquishes his map control for the time being, and he's going to be setting up for not a tank drop, but a cyclone drop instead. We have the medevac on the way. HeRoMaRinE is looking to be aggressive. As you mentioned, he needs to be here as he does have a later CC.
Okay, and it's going to be a cyclone drop instead of the tank drop here. So he's going to see what he can try to do to punish the lack of anti-air of ByuN.
Yeah, exactly, and we'll see if he can get across the map unscattered. You were talking about the Hellion into Raven earlier. That's what we're seeing from ByuN. Raven is on the way.
Second medevac. I've never seen this before.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised as well that we do have that second medevac on the way. I don't know how much that's going to influence this attack from HeRoMaRinE. Yeah, I'm curious myself.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 medevacs and 2 cyclones. That's really weird stuff coming out from HeRoMaRinE here. We can see as well, I love the way that he's positioned his Hellion towards the north, and I think he does just get vision of the Raven that's coming in, so he'll be prepared for a quick pull.
And here we go. Raven does come in. It looks like not a single SCV is going to be going down. So quick reaction out of HeRoMaRinE. At the same time, the Hellions are diving into the natural, and there is nothing at home to defend. The drop just left.
Yeah, nothing at all. This was a very aggressive move coming out from ByuN. Everything's going to be going down here. So now HeRoMaRinE, it's on him to get the counter damage.
Yeah, and here we go. The double drop comes in, but we get a lock on, and one medevac goes down, basically full. GG gets called, and ByuN takes game number 1.
Beautiful positioning and anticipation from ByuN. GG is called, and some big and unfortunate mistakes for HeRoMaRinE in that early game.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Losing his initial Reapers. Because that, he just had less map control, less map vision, as well as what was going on as to the movement of ByuN and the positioning of all those Hellions. And yeah, ByuN just snowballing a little bit out of control. Not too sure if he was aware of the drop move outs or if he just noticed the opportunity that was granted to him and he just took full advantage of it.
Yeah, that was just really well played out by ByuN, and he definitely got the best of the openers here. Be interesting to see if HeRoMaRinE wants to respond by mixing things up a little bit, but I also feel like we could see a proxy 2-racks from ByuN this game.
Oh, yeah, we really, I mean, it's a Korean TvT, you know? ByuN is more than willing to proxy, of course. And we'll see if he does opt to go for something like that on altitude. It's a very large map, a lot of places, a lot of areas that you can proxy, keep it hidden, unscouted.
Yeah, that's right. And we are on Central for this game as well, so the ping advantage is going to be back in HeRoMaRinE's favor a little bit, so maybe he can get some revenge for those Reapers in the first game.
It's possible. It is definitely possible. We'll see if he can do it here. He needs to bring it back here and now. Again, that was a pretty fast game number 1. I think we're all hoping for a longer series. We're all hoping for more of a back and forth. And I do believe that HeRoMaRinE, he can take it to a player like ByuN. He can take games. Definitely. I'm hoping he's able to here in game 2.
Yeah, hopefully he's still feeling confident. He can shake that one off, put it down to some unlucky positioning in the early game, and bring his A game on altitude.
Yeah, exactly. I had to stop myself from doing a German accent. So I'll hold off on that one. Don't worry about it.
Thank you for your service. Yeah.
I was gonna do a HeRoMaRinE impersonation of blaming ping, and you know it's just unwinnable with on US West. As we are getting into game number 2 and spawning in the top right hand corner, we have the German Terran player representing. All right, we are back, and it's fine. We just missed out on the openers. Nothing happened, right, Asher?
Yeah, nothing big. It's just CC first versus gas first fast expand. Normal TvT stuff.
I mean, I would say we've been seeing a lot of gas first fast expands here from a lot of the Korean Terrans, but as you mentioned, I rarely get to see just straight up CC first here in TvT. Doesn't happen too often.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something Mario was playing around with a bit, and I've talked about before how the Koreans often like to go for really hard reads. Especially in the TvT matchup, but they will often just kind of guess what their opponent's going to do and try to counter that. And in this case, HeRoMaRinE's sort of done that. He's just assumed that ByuN will go for a fast expand again, which on such a big map, pretty safe bet. And he's going to out-greed him with a CC first.
Let's go, Poppy. Let's go. So, yeah, I do appreciate that HeRoMaRinE is taking a different approach here in game number 2 and going to be focusing a little more on his economy, less so on his aggression instead. And so far is coming out better for it. And ByuN is, again, not really aware of what's going on. He's typically one to skip any kind of SCV scouts in the early game. He's keeping his Reaper back at home as well. You know, a wise choice to make sure he doesn't lose anything prematurely. And yeah, we're just kind of getting into our game.
Yeah, the way that the gas first fast expand works, you pretty much have to skip that scout as well. I mean, both of these players have to skip their scouts because money's really tight and you have to get units out as fast as possible. We can see as well, Gabe just doesn't have that much. He's got a few Marines there. If there was any dedicated double gas pressure, he would be in a lot of trouble, but he's made the right read here, so he will be safe. And ByuN's not really going to be able to get any pressure done until he has his 6 or 8 Hellions.
Oh, yeah, exactly. And we're getting to that point, to be fair. We have our 6 Hellions on the way. We have the Raven coming out as well. Again, a very similar opener to what we saw last game. Actually, just same opener, actually, from ByuN. So again, HeRoMaRinE just kind of rolling the dice, playing a little bit of Gamba, and coming out on top here as he's working on his tank, looking to be a little bit more defensive back at home, even working on his Raven.
Yeah, HeRoMaRinE came here to play. And he is throwing down a very fast third CC as well. So he is just 100% playing as if this is a fast expand from ByuN. He's just assuming that it's a fast expand from ByuN. And he's right. So I think this is going to work out really nicely for him.
Yeah, just hyper greedy play coming out from HeRoMaRinE. Meanwhile, ByuN is going to be moving out across the map with said Hellions, going to try to bust up into that natural. But again, we do have a tank in position. We have plenty of Marines as well to help support. We have the Raven for potentially an auto turret as well, as we do see the Hellions poke in and back on out.
I love this as well, going for the fast 2 racks here and the fast stim. So this is just a fantastic build from HeRoMaRinE against what ByuN is doing specifically.
Yeah, just really greedy stuff, and it's going to be nigh impossible for ByuN to really punish it as well. So HeRoMaRinE is getting away with so much tech, so much production, so much economy, and we'll see if ByuN is able to overcome this advantage that HeRoMaRinE is going to be having coming into the mid game, as ByuN does take his own third base here on location.
Yeah, nice early third on location. That is going to help make up for some of these little gaps here. But behind this, we do see a third Raven coming out from HeRoMaRinE. And with that fast stim, I believe we'll be seeing him go into Medivacs behind this. So he's going to be able to use that fast economy to really head start his Marine production. And he should have a very healthy Marine lead over ByuN.
Oh, exactly. As we do scan the main base, we get eyes on the timing of the CC, on the production, on everything here that HeRoMaRinE has to offer. So ByuN is now a little bit more aware of what's going on. Likewise, HeRoMaRinE also scans the main and recognizes himself.
Now, the advantage here for ByuN is he's going to have a much better tank count. HeRoMaRinE, by going for the fast stim and going for fast Medivacs, the thing that he's cut here is tanks. He's only got the 1 tank, and he's only going to have 1 tank for a long time here.
Yeah, and here we go. The tank is going to be disabled, and a lot of auto targets are thrown down as well. ByuN are going to be able to overcome and overpower this army just before stim is done.
Yeah, ByuN is attacking at the absolute perfect moment. This is such a clinical punish.
Yeah, the boys are being pulled into Hellions, by the way. They're getting roasted, annihilated. The CC, sorry, the Cyclone does go down. The tank will finally fall, but the Vikings, they can land if they so choose. No, the Marines are pushing them back.
Tim finally kicks in, but these Marines are just so low. They'll be taken out by the landed Vikings. 17 SCVs have gone down for HeRoMaRinE, and all of that lead that he had, he was looking so far ahead. That is gone in an instant because of ByuN's perfect timing.
Yeah, exactly. As auto targets are thrown down, as also thrown away those Ravens. ByuN is going to be losing his last Raven here, trading 1 for 1 with Mule just to repair, just so ByuN can maintain this position as well. He's on the hunt. He's looking for those Raven. He wants them, as he is going to be rallying across the map.
Yeah, he's continuing to rally tanks across. He will have a really healthy tank lead for a while. He has 3 tanks to the 1 of Gabe at the moment, so Gabe is going to pull a few SCVs to tank the first tank shot and try to break through with stim.
Yeah, exactly. The first tank does go down. We have a second tank behind this, but once again, it's looking very exposed, and it will also go down. So ByuN overextending quite a bit here, overstaying his welcome, does get punished for it.
Right, it's a solid hold from HeRoMaRinE, but ByuN's bought himself the time to get that SCV count back up. He is now ahead 9 SCVs. He is getting those extra racks on the way as well. I do have to check. I don't believe... Okay, he does have stim. That's really important here that he gets stim first. And he's making Liberators to make use of that Viking advantage.
There you go. So again, ByuN just making great use of what he has of that air control that he does have for himself. What's important is that HeRoMaRinE, he did at least keep the Ravens alive, so they're going to be able to gain more value over time. He's also going for a big double drop here on the right-hand side. There is a tank involved as well, just making sure he has control of the Xel'Naga towers ahead of time, going for that drop. Meanwhile, ByuN is looking to be in position here, but doesn't see this coming ahead of time.
Yeah, ByuN just sitting back, trying to organize his army. He knows he has a bit of an economic lead here as well. We do see him leaving a few tanks behind in the main. I think he might have a drop headed out towards the left-hand side of the map. Okay, a couple libs headed out that way.
Yeah, Liberators are moving on now. Meanwhile, we have the double drop in towards that natural base, but ByuN is in position. He focuses down the tank, and he cleans up this drop.
Yep, 8 SCVs going to be going down here, and HeRoMaRinE continuing to just make life difficult here for ByuN. A few more SCVs going to be going down in the main while he sharks around the third.
There we go, 13 SCVs in total. Not too bad whatsoever. HeRoMaRinE is going to be able to take an economic or a worker lead as a result. He's also sharking around with that main army, as you mentioned. That double Liberator harass is still upon us, though, and HeRoMaRinE doesn't have a lot at home to help defend.
Yeah, ByuN couldn't send that batch back into the main to help deal with the drop because he has to really respect the Raven's ability to disable the tanks. But yeah, there is no Viking to deal with this. ByuN's getting himself into some very annoying spots with these Liberators.
Yeah, exactly. A couple of SCVs are going to be going down, and ByuN, he does reposition his army or his Liberators as well, getting even more SCVs. At the same time, HeRoMaRinE, he's focusing on his main push. He's pushing over towards that right-hand side as well, looking to try to find a way into that natural.
Yeah, that's right. But look at the anticipation from ByuN, setting up those Vikings so that he can zone out the Ravens. The Ravens are going to be running on in. HeRoMaRinE would love to dive on top of this, but the Ravens, one of them goes down, one of them gets a disable. He's in a great position here. Is it going to be enough?
Is it going to be enough? The Vikings are looking to zone away that last Raven. The tanks are zoning away ByuN at the same time. He's pulling back with his army. He's in the middle of going for a drop, and he has to take this very seriously. He does have a bit of an overwhelming force, though, so HeRoMaRinE has to be careful. The reinforcements are on the way, but are they going to get here in time?
These tanks are really exposed. I think ByuN can potentially jump on this. HeRoMaRinE desperately needs to get these reinforcements in position before ByuN jumps on it, just like this.
Yeah, and here we go, ByuN. He dives on in. He gets every single one of these tanks on the high ground. The reinforcements they get here just a little bit too late.
Brutal. 4 tanks go down in the blink of an eye, and ByuN, he does not want to sit back and defend. He wants to push that advantage right now.
He does, and looking at the units tab here, ByuN, he's got 4 tanks to the one of his opponent. He's got Vikings. He doesn't have the Raven, but again, it may not even matter as long as he has an overwhelming force. The tank does get in position, but ByuN, he's going to be rotating over towards the left-hand side instead. He's looking for another way in towards those bases.
Desperation from HeRoMaRinE as well. He sends out a triple drop to try to get some counter damage. Completely gives up the third. I think this was a bit of an adventurous choice from him, and he's going to be losing so many SCVs to the tank line of ByuN.
Yeah, 19 SCVs go down. We do have a triple drop coming in. A scan does spot it ahead of time, and ByuN, he kept his reinforcements back at home. He has plenty here to defend.
Yeah, the tank is there. I think that might just be it. But the Marines, they are starting to break through for HeRoMaRinE. Looks like he's got a bit of an upgrade advantage.
Yeah, he does have 2-2 over the 1-1 of ByuN. That does work out for him in the end, but alas, the drop is going to get cleaned up. Does force the entire army back home to defend, so HeRoMaRinE, he's buying time, but it's not enough. GG gets called, and ByuN takes the 2-0.
BG is called. ByuN definitely looking the stronger of the 2 players in the TvT there, but a really exciting game on altitude in the end.
GG, well played. A wild start to the game. As you mentioned, a beautiful start for HeRoMaRinE, just correctly reading what ByuN would go for, just abusing that, taking advantage of that as well. But we saw how crisp the timing was of ByuN. Remember, he attacked, I think it was like 13 seconds before Stim. Like, it was very close. And Stim could have made the world of difference for HeRoMaRinE.
Yeah, it certainly could have, and things were so close there. But yeah, ByuN, I don't know how he knows, but he knows the perfect time to go in.
He's crazy, puppy. He's crazy. And with that, we are done with our first TvT of the night. We have another one ahead of us. But before we get to that, we're heading over to the Korean server. We are going to be coming up next with a PvZ between Nightmare and Solar.
All right, see you soon for that one.